Good evening. Nature is not a place to visit, it is home, once said by Gary Sinder. Welcome to BMC News Live, presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman visited the Ministry of Industry and Commerce. Bahrain to ban kingfish fishing and selling for 2 months. Afro-Asian Affairs Chief participated in Asia Cooperation Dialogue Ministerial meeting. Syria reported 5 minor earthquakes in 24 hours. Muvi wildfire's death toll rose to 111. Today's news in detail. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa visited the Ministry of Industry and Commerce. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, yesterday visited the Ministry of Industry and Commerce, where His Royal Highness was briefed on the ministry's initiatives, development plans, and the newly developed online commercial registration portal, Sigilet 3.0. Upon arrival, His Royal Highness was received by the Minister of Industry and Commerce, His Excellency Abdullah bin Adel Fakhro. His Royal Highness highlighted Bahrain's continued efforts to enhance its economic competitiveness and investment environment in line with the kingdom's comprehensive development led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness noted that the importance of continuing to enhance the quality and efficiency of government services and the electronic systems supporting them to benefit Bahraini citizens. Bahrain to ban kingfish fishing and selling for 2 months. A seasonal 2-month ban on fishing kingfish has been announced by the Agriculture and Marine Resources Affairs at the Ministry of Municipalities Affairs and Agriculture. During the ban period extending between August 15 and October 15, fishermen are not allowed to catch or sell kingfish, locally known as chanad. The ban aims to increase Bahrain's kingfish stocks, regulate fishing, and avoid exhausting and depleting fisheries to achieve balance within the marine life. Agriculture and Marine Resources Affairs said, stressing that all necessary measures will be taken to implement the ban. It emphasized that the violators of Decree Law 20 of 2002 on the regulation of fishing, exploitation and protection of marine wealth will be held accountable, calling on fishermen to cooperate with the competent directorate to implement the ban and preserve marine wealth. Afro-Asian Affairs Chief participated in Asia Cooperation Dialogue Ministerial meeting. Ambassador Fatima Abdullah Farez Al-Adin, Chief of Afro-Asian Affairs at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, chaired the 5th virtual ministerial meeting of the Asia Cooperation Dialogue ACD. Dr. Paranchai, ACD's Secretary General, was present. The ambassador affirmed Bahrain's commitment to the ACD's objectives and wished the organization continued success in improving the cooperation among its member nations. Looking forward to the 8th ministerial meeting next month, which will be held at the 78th United Nations General Assembly in New York. This meeting comes in continuation of the previous meetings to discuss with the Bahrain Declaration to be issued at the 18th Ministerial Meeting of the ACD chaired by Bahrain for the years 2020-23 under the theme Sustainable Post-Pandemic Recovery. Muharraq Governorate and the Education Ministry discussed cooperation. Deputy Muharraq Governor Brigadier Abdullah Khalifa Al-Jiran met the Acting Director of the Educational Operations Directorate in the 4th District, Amal Al-Kabi, and the Acting Secretary General of the Bahrain National Commission for Education, Science and Culture, Dr. Mubarak Abdullah Buchi, in the presence of officials from the Muharraq Governorate and the Ministry of Education. The Deputy Governor welcomed the attendees, praising the great role played by the Ministry of Education, stressing that the Governorate is keen to cooperate with educational institutions. LMRE conducted 2 joint inspection campaigns. The Labour Market Regulatory Authority LMRE conducted 2 joint inspection campaigns in the capital and Muharrar Governorate on a number of shops and work sites. The campaigns resulted in reporting number of violations related to the labour market and residency laws. The cases were referred for legal action. LMRE noted that a joint inspection campaign was conducted in the capital governorate in coordination with the Sentence Enforcement Department. The other inspection campaign was undertaken in the Muharrar Governorate in coordination with the NPRA. Southern Governorate's Heritage Program continues. With the support and follow-up of the Southern Governor, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Ali bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, the Southern Governorate continues its heritage program. The program, featuring historical sections and workshops to introduce the participants to the heritage of the Southern Governorate, was attended by the youth from the Sharifa Al-Awadi Center. This program is part of the efforts to promote national and heritage values among citizens to reinforce national identity. It will run up until August 27 at the Southern Governorate building located in the Awali. Now we shall go for a short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. Saudi Arabia inked $1.3 billion of worth of housing and infrastructure deals with China. Representatives from Saudi Arabia and China signed several housing and infrastructure agreements worth $1.33 billion on the sidelines of the Saudi-Chinese Business Forum hosted by Beijing on Wednesday. A total of 12 agreements and memorandums of understanding were signed between the Saudi side and the Chinese companies in the fields of infrastructure and financing. Saudi Minister of Municipal and Rural Affairs and Housing, Majid Al-Hogail, who presided over the Wednesday's forum, said in a tweet. Although the names of the companies involved were not made public, a press release from the Saudi government revealed that Hogail met with the representatives of the Chinese state-owned investment conglomerate CITIC to discuss construction in Saudi Arabia and green housing technology. Syria reported 5 minor earthquakes in 24 hours. The Syrian Center for Earthquakes announced that it recorded 5 minor earthquakes during the past 24 hours, with the magnitudes ranging between 1.5 and 3.8 on the Richter scale. In a statement reported by the Syrian news agency, the center indicated that its monitoring stations recorded 2 earthquakes in Iskenderun with a magnitude of 3 and 1.8 on the Richter scale, an earthquake in central Turkey with a magnitude of 3.8, and an earthquake 36 kilometers north of Latakia with a magnitude of 2, and another in southwest of Tartus 32 km with a magnitude of 1.5 on the Richter scale. It has been announced. Earthquake of magnitude 6.3 shook Colombian capital. A strong earthquake struck the Colombian capital Bogota on Thursday, reaching a 6.3 magnitude according to the U.S. Geological Survey, promoting and prompting frightened residents to flee homes, offices and restaurants. The initial quake was followed by aftershocks minutes later as people crowded the city's streets. Colombia's National Geological Services estimated that the second quake at a 5.6 magnitude, with the following aftershock measured at 4.8. It was strong and lasted a long time, said Adrian Alarcon, 43, who works near the capital's busy Park 93. It makes me feel fragile, he added. Life changes in a second. You can't do anything. Just run for your life, added. Mui wildfire's death toll rose to 111 as officials said using the warning sirens wouldn't have saved lives. The death toll in the Mui wildfires is now 111, Hawaii government Josh Green said at a Wednesday news conference where officials faced often heated questions about the country's actions as wildfires swept across the island last week, sending people scrambling for safety. With so many deaths and many more people unaccounted for, the government has commissioned the state attorney general to investigate the response. But survivors, some of who were forced to seek refuge in the ocean, have demanded answers for issues like why no warning sirens were announced. Hawaii has one of the largest siren warning systems in the world, but the 80 alarms on Maui stayed silent. India braced for more rain after floods and lightning killed 2,000. Parts of India are bracing for more torrential rain, raising the risk of further casualties after natural calamities such as floods and lightning killed 2,000 people during the current monsoon season. Rains have affected about 500,000 hectares, which is 1.24 million acres of crops, and damaged almost 90,000 houses since the start of the monsoon in the early June, according to data compiled by the Home Ministry. Around 60,000 animals have also died, the figure shows. The June to September monsoon that irrigates about half of the country's farmland is vital for the country's food production and economic growth, but also causes widespread damage and destruction. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off, Pashina Sultana. Good night.